Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purplelunarose Tarot and Astrology. Today, I'm going to be reading for all signs for October 5th through October 11th. This is going to be a makeup from last night. So I hope everyone can join in. If you're not able to catch me live, don't worry. I will put timestamps down in the description box. We should be multi-streaming, so we should be on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. All right, I'm just gonna check and make sure everything's okay. Guys, I'm gonna do these collectively. I'm gonna be looking at the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, like we did last week. And we'll do the same with the water, earth, and air signs. We are looking at Aries full moon this week. That is going to be your biggest cosmic influence. This energy is very much it's going to be a powerfully assertive energy. Aries is the sign that helps you focus on your individual self. So it's very much allowing you to put yourself first. The Aries full moon, it's giving you, I guess, the courage to put yourself first. I do want to discuss a couple of things with the Aries full moon. I do feel that this full moon is going to help us find the courage that we probably didn't know we needed, but also make you be able to have more assertive communication. So I do believe that is the Aries full moon energy. It is a super moon. Guys, we're going to have 3 super moons in a row. This is the first super moon. It just means that it's closer to the earth, which definitely makes it much stronger, right? All right, so let's jump in and get started with the fire signs. Himani, welcome. All right. I'm going to timestamp. And I'm going to let's do 211 for the fire signs. And I'm going to start out with the energy oracle. I just realized I forgot to turn my music off. Oops. All right, let's get started. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are the fire signs at the same time. And I'm going to start with the energy of the week for the fire signs. We have first chakra, Archangel Michael. It's pretty interesting. It's a red card, definitely gives off some fire energy. Archangel Michael is the archangel that protects those of us on this very specific type of spiritual awakening journey. The first chakra is going to be about your roots, going back to the self, right? That makes a lot of sense with this Aries full moon. All right, let's look at what the challenge or obstacle for the fire signs might be. We have deceit coming out, number 25. And this is going to be challenges or obstacles. Someone could be trying to keep something from you, hold something back. And this particular oracle card, it shows it shows someone standing behind a curtain. So I find that pretty interesting. It's almost like someone's trying to hide something, keep something from you. All right. Let's look at lesson learned to help you with the challenge or obstacle. So we have anxiety coming out. Anxiety is going to be that you're too worried about the future, thinking too much of the past, and not in the present. All right, let's look at the outcome for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We do have second chakra coming out. This is going to be about forgiveness and healing for the fire signs. Journey is on the bottom. All right, so it's coming out pretty clear. I feel like it's possible that someone has kept something from you. I think this is going to be the week for the fire signs for that assertive communication that I was discussing earlier. I do feel that Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this is going to be about forgiveness. Someone could have kept something from you that somehow slowed you down, caused you anxiety, fear. But it's like the truth comes out, right? And this is the week for that, October 5th through the 11th. All right, fire signs. Let's look at first chakra, your energy of the week. We have the Fool card. So again, the self, Aries energy. We have Three of Cups and we have Knight of Cups. So again, being courageous to choose yourself or tell someone, express to someone, assertive communication that you will be choosing yourself in a situation. All right, let's look at that deceit card and see if we can find out what's being kept from the fire signs. We have Nine of Cups coming out. Nine of Cups is divine wishes being granted. Again, it's giving me this energy that something was kept from you. Justice coming out, more confirmation. An injustice has been done. And Three of Wands, it kept you from being able to take action or steps towards your future. It kept you stuck in some way, whatever the deceit is, fire signs. All right, let's look at anxiety. So this is the card. When I made this spread, this card is going to help you with that challenge or obstacle. So if I'm talking to Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and you come across your week, October 5th through the 11th, and someone comes and opens up to you and reveals some information that they, kept, that they were, deceptive about, or they hid from you, that somehow slowed down your forward progress. Anxiety is the card that's telling you what to do about it. Now, of course, Spirit's not going to say, oh, go, worry and be in anxiety. The point of the card is that it doesn't help to worry about something that's already happened or worry about things that haven't happened yet, right? Like that's the whole point of the anxiety card in the energy oracle. So the idea is that this has already been done. There's at this point, what I'm getting for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, is it doesn't matter what you find out from this person. You're going to need to offer forgiveness for yourself, not for anyone else. But so that in order that you can take those steps, that Three of Wands, so you can take that action and start moving forward. Let's get some confirmation there. Ten of Pentacles comes out. Queen of Wands comes out. And Five of Pentacles comes out. So I feel like that's big confirmation that someone has caused you some type of challenge, some type of struggle, held you back in some way, that Five of Pentacles. Spirit's saying it's okay to ask for help and make sure that you have the confidence. Tap into that Aries energy. Guys, everyone has Aries energy. I know that you think, oh, well, my sun sign is this, or my moon sign is this. We have all 12 pieces of the pie. When you were born underneath all of those stars. They were all up there. There wasn't some missing. And if you're looking at your birth chart and you're like, Rosa, I don't have any planets, in Aries, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that the planets were not in that particular house, right? They're still on your chart somewhere. I feel so frustrated when people look at birth charts and they only focus on a few pieces. It takes the entire chart to create who you are, right? All right, let's look at second chakra. Again, this is Archangel Ariel. This is about forgiveness. I think it's interesting. We're looking at this Aries full moon, and we have this Archangel Ariel here. This is the angel that literally lights a fire under your butt to get you moving. And I feel like it's very possible that's what's going to happen with this information for the fire signs. All right, Page of Cups comes out. Big confirmation. That's the I'm sorry card, forgiveness card. Two of Wands comes out. Two of Wands is patience. It could also be expectations. And King of Swords. So I do feel like someone's going to come to the fire signs this week and give you some information about some type of deceit, something they held back from you, didn't tell you. It could have hindered the fire signs in some way, slowed you down in some way. The trick this week is going to be to offer forgiveness. Don't allow this energy to slow you down any further. All right. Sandra, let me know. How is the sound? All right. I'm going to do guidance from the Sacred Traveler. So the Sacred Traveler is an oracle set that was made by Denise Lynn. And she expresses that when she created this oracle set, this was based off your higher self. So I'm literally asking your higher self for guidance for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right, here we go. First one out, valiant courage. So again, more confirmation of that Aries full moon. Take action with passion. Get excited again. Distant thunder, clear the air. Again, more confirmation. Someone from your past, maybe in your present right now, but whatever they've done has been in the past and they've been hiding it for quite some time. That's why we have this clear the air. Forgiveness is not for others. Forgiveness is for yourself. All right, we also have breaking trail. A breakthrough is at hand. Great adventures, take a risk and venture forward is on the bottom. So big confirmations here for the fire signs. Someone has been holding a piece of information that definitely could have helped you propel forward. So if you've been feeling stuck, this information could be coming to light this week, October 5th through the 11th. All right, let's pull Moonology to close it out. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini, more confirmation from Spirit. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn, more confirmation from Spirit. And last one, luck is on your side. It's new moon in Sagittarius. All right, I'm going to leave it right there for the fire signs. I hope that reading was helpful. I don't know. It has me excited. I have a lot of Aries in my chart, so I'm kind of excited to see what that is all about. All right. So next, we're going to look at water signs. I am hoping to move through these pretty quickly, guys. Pretty quickly. This is my makeup. I see some new people. So if you're new, we normally live stream at 8 p.m. Last night, I went on a hunt to find a new microphone, which I did find. I'm hoping is working well. Sandra says audio is good, so that's a good sign. There was 2 buttons for this particular mic. So last night when we did the mic check we did a mic check super late last night. But when we did it, I had it on a different setting and I really didn't like the quality. I was a little upset. My son helped me get this mic. It was a little more expensive than was, allowed in my budget. And he split the cost with me. So that was super helpful. And I wanted to be able to use it. So when I plugged it up last night, I was really disappointed. And then, of course, I started pushing buttons and I realized, user error. So I think I found the right setting. And I do feel like it is coming in a lot clearer. All right. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Jenna, welcome. Everybody popping in and catching us at such a weird time. Would you guys believe when we first started live streaming, we used to live stream at 10 a.m.? Yeah, it was 10 a.m. And then we did noon. I want to say we moved to noon. And then we did 2 p.m. and then we went to 8 p.m. 8 p.m. seems to be the easiest because it allows me to, live life and then jump on the lives after the day is over and spend some time with you guys uninterrupted, right? It seems to work a lot better. All right. Who's ready for the water signs? Again, we're going to do these collectively. So we're looking at Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces all at the same time. Let's timestamp. Let's do 1420 for the water signs. All right, here we go. I'm starting out with the energy oracle, water signs. This is for October 5th through October 11th. And I'm going to start out with the energy of the week. Show me the energy of the week for the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have 2 cards pop out, taking both of them. Adjacent possibilities and man holding a heart. Ooh, love is in the air for the water signs. I have number 24 and 45. And here's what I'll tell you. Adjacent possibilities shows this long hallway with all these doors on each side of the hallway. In the middle of this hallway, there's a door laying in the middle of the floor, like this giant obstacle. And the idea of the card, or the purpose, the meaning of the card, I should say, says that, again, I'm using the energy oracle, guys. So it says that just because one door doesn't open doesn't mean we just sit down and quit, right? It means we keep going until another door opens. I'm also getting a little bit of unanswered prayers here. It's giving me a little bit of like, good thing this didn't work out so that this other thing could work out. That's kind of what it's telling me as well. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We also have man holding a heart here. So this is a really important card. It definitely made me feel like there's love in the air and there's like a specific person for the water signs. But let me explain what the meaning of the card is before I just start venturing off in my own Rosa mind, right? Okay, so man holding a heart is a card where it shows this very handsome man sitting underneath a tree. And he's actually cut out a piece of his jeans in the shape of a heart, and he's holding it in his hand. The point of the card, it talks about someone who is faithful and loyal and honest and oh so good looking, right? And wise and strong and compassionate and caring and just the perfect person, right? Like the perfect mate. But the idea is that you can't actually obtain the perfect mate. There's no way to go out into the world, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and find somebody that meets all those requirements in a perfect way, because we're all humans and no one is perfect, right? So the point of the card is to say that if this is what you're looking for out in the world, if this is what you want being sent back to you from someone, unconditional love, compassion, understanding, all of these things, then you have to become that energy first. Yes. So I know adjacent possibilities for the water signs could seem like this didn't work out with this relationship, but it doesn't mean that the next relationship won't work out. That's very, very possible for some of you. We're doing this in a collective energy. So it's also possible that there's a few of you out there that have recently met someone new, right? A new person. And you're asking yourself, is this the one? Is this person going to love me unconditionally? Is this the person that Spirit sends to meet my effort? Is this the person that will have this spiritual awakening with me? Is this the person that I'm aligning with? Is this the person, right? Like some of you out there could be asking yourself that. So I'm going to ask you, if you're asking yourself that, if you're a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and you're asking yourself that question about this new person, my question to you is, are you? Are you? Are you unconditional love, patience, understanding, kindness, wise, strong? Are you all of these things? Because you have to become those energies before you can attract those energies to you. If you're an impatient person, you're going to attract impatience. It's the way of the universe. We all know, right? So if you're a cheater, you're going to attract, well, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. If you're not a good person in your own soul and you're not aligned and healed in your own soul, you're going to attract other unhealed people. Does that make sense? So the more healed that you are within your own heart, within your own self, the more healed you're going to attract to you. I hope that makes sense. All right, let's pull challenge or obstacle for the water signs. We have the envy card. I'm not sure if that's you envious or if someone else is envious. We have the sun card coming out for lesson learned to help you with the challenge or obstacle, which is about purification. And we have victory coming out for Scorpio. Broken heart is on the bottom. All right, so I think for the majority of the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, this is very much about you cleansing your own soul and healing yourself and coming into alignment so that you can attract someone who is also healed and coming into alignment. Does that make sense? And the reason I know that is because you have the envy card in your challenge or obstacle, and it means you're envious of something. You want something that someone else has. And then we see that broken heart card on the bottom of the deck. So your overall energy for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces is you've probably recently experienced some type of massive heartbreak, right? This could be anything. It could be a breakup. It could even be like for some of you, this could be a friendship. It doesn't necessarily have to be an intimate relationship, but there's been some type of split. That's what caused the broken heart. So now I feel like you're trying to attract new love. You're wondering if it's always going to be this way, and the energy is very much purification. The energy is very much become what it is that you want to attract in the world. And the Sun card in your lessons learned to help you with your challenge or obstacle is what's telling me that. The Sun card shows this beautiful lady sitting in this huge pool of water with all of these flowers and birds. And of course, the sun is shining brightly behind her. But anytime you see a pool in anything, tarot, oracle, it very much has specific meanings. Any bodies of water that you see in cards have meanings, right? And a strong meaning for a pool of water is purification, cleansing. There's no one else sitting in this pool with her. It's literally her by herself. The victory card is her by herself again. It does not show someone standing next to her in this victory. This is your own victory. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces choosing to heal themselves so that they can attract better. All right, let's pull some tarot and get some confirmation. All right, I'm going to start with adjacent possibilities and man holding a heart. So we have 10 of Swords, so completion. We have the Lovers, big confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. This is a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces who's tired of having the same broken relationship, who's tired of experiencing the same situation over and over and over, just with different people, but the outcome is the same. This is a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, who is purposely choosing themselves. This Aries full moon is allowing you to do that. The water signs are very empathic. You're very much for other people. Aries, I think, is one of the rare signs that easily chooses themselves. I feel like the water signs definitely struggle to put themselves first. They always give and give and give to others. So what's happening here is this Aries full moon is literally giving you the courage and the power and the strength to choose yourself, to choose your own healing so that you can attract better. I know that the Lovers, we always hear other tarot readers talking about, it's this magical fairy tale and you're going to meet the love of your life and soulmate energy, right? But that's actually not the true meaning. If you look at the true meaning of the Lovers, it says that you choose to heal and love yourself. We also have the Fool, more confirmation that this is something you've never done before. You're so willing to do for others and give to others. And it's going to be that emotional, that water energy that you have. That's what helps you, help others and give to others as much. The Envy card is you watching other people choose themselves. And you're like, man, how come I can't do that? All right, so we have Knight of Cups, being courageous enough to tell someone how you feel. Page of Cups, it is a small offer, maybe even I'm sorry. And the Hermit is here. This is spiritual awakening. This is Dark Night of the Soul. This is enlightenment. Enlightenment. All right, the Death card coming out strongly. Scorpio energy with the Sun. Remember, I said the Sun shows that pool of water, and it's about purification. So you're bringing the old you to an end, right? The old you is dying, so the new you can be born. That's the purification that you're going through. Wheel of Fortune comes out, says it's just time. And then 5 of Wands comes out, which just gives me confirmation that this is challenging for the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You're so used to doing for other people. You're so used to putting your own emotions on the back burner. And this time, this full moon, Spirit's not going to let you. The Victory card is your outcome. We do have 7 of Cups. We have Queen of Swords. And we have the Justice card. Man, these readings today are coming out amazing. Maybe we should do 10 o'clock more often, right? All right, so 7 of Cups is about options and choices. You now have new options. You now have new choices. And 7 of Cups in tarot is that card that shows the 7 cups up in the sky, and it shows the clouds all covering the cups, and you can't really see what's in the cup. Some of them have treasures. Some of them have poison. So it's like the point of 7 of Cups is you have to be very cautious when you're making a decision. I think that you couldn't see something clearly before, and now you do. I think what you couldn't see clearly before was that how important your own healing was, how important choosing yourself first and healing yourself first would be before moving on into a new relationship. And I believe that is the victory. That is the justice that you're stepping into this week, October 5th through the 11th. All right. Beautiful reading for the water signs. The Lovers, Gemini energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini. The Fool is Aries energy. You could be dealing with an Aries. The Hermit is Virgo energy. Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius. And Justice is Libra. All right, let's pull some guidance for the water signs. I'm using The Sacred Traveler by Denise Lynn. We have First Light, beginning a new cycle. That is a big confirmation with that Scorpio Death card, death and rebirth. All right, let's look at one more. Navigating by the Stars, follow your bliss, more confirmation. Navigating by the Stars is actually a very dark card. The picture itself is the quality, it's just a darker picture. It's because he's traveling at night. And the idea is that he's never done this before. It's new to him. It's foreign, right? And I do get this energy that for the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, putting yourself first and deciding that you need to heal your heart first so that you can attract better relationships. Definitely something you've never done before because you're so always doing for and giving for others, right? And look at this. Last card, uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies a great bounty. Absolutely. All right, Moonology to close it out for the water signs. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I do feel that this is an emotional week for the water signs. First card to come out is the Waning Moon. What do you need to release? Nothing is yet set in stone. It's the mutable moon. In other words, it could be changed, fixed, rearranged, turned into something different. And you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. All right, so that's actually one of my favorite cards in the Moonology Oracle. You and your loved ones are safe. This new moon in Cancer energy. The reason that I like this card specifically in this particular Oracle set is because every time I get this card, I immediately get the sense that you and your immediate loved ones are highly protected. Many times when we're going through these journeys, we're so stressed about what's happening in our homes and in our individual families with our loved ones, our children, and our spouses. So when you see the card, you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer, that is very much a message from Spirit that you and your individual loved ones, your immediate family, highly protected. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. All right, I'm going to leave that right there. I hope that was helpful. Sandra says, yay for the water sign. That was a good one, wasn't it? I don't know. I think fire signs was pretty badass too. All right, let's see. Let's see what comes out for the earth signs. How are we doing with sound? Sound still okay? I do have a notification, sound notification on Twitch. But I'm not worried about it. Did you ever get your Twitch login, Sandra? I need to figure out how to set up our Discord. I would really like to set up our Discord so that we could just chat in there, all day. All right, so we have Earth signs next. I'm excited to see what's going to come out now. It's been going pretty well so far. Still good. I love it. Sweet. I do have the fan down, and I'm not dying. I'm in Kentucky, guys, so it's kind of warm here, um, to say the least. But luckily, this morning it started off pretty cool, so not too bad. All right, let's get to the Earth signs. Jenna says, I'm on Discord. Let's do it. Jenna, maybe you can help me figure it out. I'm still trying to figure it out. My oldest son tried to teach me a little bit, but this was, 3 years ago when we were first kind of starting all the social media. So I don't know. It was like in one ear and out the other type of thing, right? But we do have a PLR Discord. We just, haven't done anything with it. I also signed up for Substack. We are now on Substack as well. Again, haven't done anything with it. But just because, so much is happening with social media and my business definitely relies on social media, I've had to, look at some different opportunities just to have I feel like it's just giving me a cushion, maybe like a soft landing in case we do have some issues. We're already starting to see some stuff happen over on TikTok, so I just feel like it's going to give me, the Substack is just going to give me a good platform that I can feel comfortable and keep going, right? But I would definitely like to get my Discord going and learn how to use it. And I would just love for us to be able to chat. Can you imagine all day, all the time? It would be so awesome. Now, we already have a mod chat, but, when it's just the mods, I love my mods, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? I want to be able to talk to everybody. All right. Guys, we are children sitting today, so if you hear any background noise, blame the people that created the mic, right? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, let's get to the Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's timestamp 3233. And we're looking at the week of October 5th through October 11th. So I am going to start out with the energy oracle again. We do have Aries full moon. So what I'm seeing with Aries full moon so far with the fire and water signs, definitely giving us some courage, definitely helping us put ourselves first, which is hard for many, and also helping us with assertive communication. I've seen that with both the fire signs and the water signs. So let's see what comes out for the earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Energy of the week, please. We have man holding a coin. When we see man holding a coin, this is about understanding self-worth, how you value yourself or others. All right, challenge or obstacle. We have door to romance. So the earth signs has their heart locked away in a cage. Door to romance shows this heart locked in, like it looks like a bird cage. The door is like the door of the room that this cage is in is open, and there's flower petals kind of flying out. The point of the card is to say that there is an opportunity here for romance, but for some reason, the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you could have your heart locked away. And I want to point out the number synchronicities. We have number 43 and number 33. So we have 4333. Who's seeing all the threes? Or even 444. Somebody's seeing 333. Somebody could be seeing 444. All right, let's look at lesson learned to help you with that challenge or obstacle. We do have the walking away card. Interesting. Let's pull out the outcome before we start breaking it down. We have attachment number 5 coming out. We have healer of the ages on the bottom. All right, ready? It's gonna be pretty specific. Okay, so for the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I feel like this full moon is helping you see your worth or see your value. You probably are always looking at others and seeing their value and their worth, like seeing the best of others, but not of yourself. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. Some of you could be walking away from a relationship that didn't work, wasn't serving the greater good, definitely. But I think it's more about walking away from the idea that you're not worthy of a healthy, loving relationship. And I think that's going to be key for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn the week of October 5th through the 11th, because the attachment card shows her taking off this mask. I believe you have some belief system that you've been working with, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, where you feel not worthy of. You feel like maybe you need to keep your heart locked away because, I don't know, maybe you're not attracting the people that you want. It's not a healthy relationship, this type of thing. The walking away card shows her going out this gate. And the point of the card is saying that she's purposely choosing to go out into this great expansion. And what's out in the great expansion is spirit, universe, spiritual awakening, spiritual journey, right? Enlightenment. So I feel like you're purposely choosing to go find yourself. You're purposely choosing to build your own self-worth, to see your own value. That's why we're removing the attachment. That's why the attachment card number 5 is your outcome of the week, because you're breaking away from that belief system that you're not worthy. All right, let's pull. This is beautiful too. It seems like all of these readings today have been about understanding your value, seeing your worth, putting yourself first so that you can heal and become whole, and then aligning to new and better love. Is it me, or does it seem like all of them so far, right? All right. Man holding a coin. Let's pull some tarot and try to get some confirmation here. We have 2 of Swords. And his eyes are blindfolded, so not able to see. Knight of Pentacles, slow moving energy. 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is negative thoughts, disagreements, arguments. Again, I think this is confirmation, especially with the 2 of Swords. This is very much someone, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Maybe you tell yourself, oh, I guess love isn't for me. Or you tell yourself, nobody wants me. Or you tell yourself, I don't know, things like that, right? I don't even like to give examples because I don't like to say those things out loud, right? Your words have power, guys. So be very cautious of how you speak to yourself, especially internally in the mind. I feel like I'm talking to Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn who very much like downplays your worth or your value in your mind. Maybe you don't say these things out loud, but these are the things that you're telling yourself. All right, door to romance, locked away, heart locked away, challenge or obstacle. We have the Hanged Man, confirmation that you're not willing to budge. The heart's been hurt too many times. I don't want it to happen again. 9 of Pentacles is here. I'll do things on my own. I don't have any problems being on my own. I don't need to be in a relationship. 10 of Swords is here, and Spirit says that time is done. That time is done. The energy of believing that you have to be on your own or that you're stuck in a specific place, that's going to be all in the head. When you see the Hanged Man, he's hanging upside down and his head is always lit up. We need to move from the head space to the heart space, right? Let's see how we do that with the walking away card. We have the lovers. You're going to choose yourself. You're going to choose to replenish your own cup. We have the Six of Wands, another victory. And we have the devil. That's Capricorn energy. It's karmic energy. You're going to stop telling yourself that you're not lovable. You're going to stop telling yourself that there's not someone out there that will love you. You're going to stop telling yourself that you're not valuable or worthy of love. This is the week, October 5th through the 11th. It's the Aries full moon. Aries full moon is helping the Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn earth signs choose themselves. All right, attachment, we have Six of Pentacles. You're going to get help. The High Priestess, spiritual help. And King of Swords comes out. King of Swords is truth and authenticity. On the bottom, we do have Page of Cups. Baby steps. Baby steps. All right, let's pull some guidance. I feel like I'm flying through them now, right? The Hanged Man is Pisces energy. You could be dealing with the Pisces. The Lovers is Gemini. You could be dealing with the Gemini. And of course, the Devil is going to be Capricorn energy. High Priestess is going to be Virgo energy. All right, guidance. We have crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. I do want to point out that Page of Cups on the bottom is also the I'm sorry card. We have protected by angels. You are cherished by angels. And last one is the miracles card. Expect the wondrous to emerge. All right, I'm going to pull Moonology to close it out. Your commitment is being tested, third quarter moon. Believe in the impossible. My absolute favorite, the blue moon. And communication is key. It's new moon in Gemini. All right, I'm going to leave it right there for the earth signs. I hope that reading was helpful. All right, I'm going to clean up. We got the air signs left. We're going right through them. After this, I gotta start getting ready for work. It's Pirates weekend, guys. Pirates weekend at my lake resort job. Definitely one of my favorites. Now, Halloween will be the next 2 weekends, and that's definitely going to be the top favorite. But Pirates weekend definitely comes in close second. I think I'm going to do a scavenger hunt for the kids this weekend. A treasure hunt. I just got to figure out what I'm going to make the treasure. All right, let me grab a drink of water. And we are on the air signs. It does sound fun. I'm excited about it. I gotta find my eye patch. I made an eye patch a couple weekends ago. A penguin for Halloween, Jenna. We're doing dang, I don't forgot. Is it Sleeping Beauty? With the dwarfs? Yes. I'm gonna be the witch with the apple, you know. And my daughter-in-law, the beauty, of course. I think she said William's supposed to be a prince. And then Carson's supposed to be one of the little elves, but I can't remember if it was Sleepy or Dopey. I don't know. I'm excited. And I'm excited that we do 2 weekends of Halloween. This is the last weekend. So, like, after this, the second Halloween weekend, my season will be over and I'll be back to PLR full time. I'm kind of excited. I've missed you guys. It has been a crazy summer. All right, let's get to the air signs. Let's do 44, 48. So I'm looking at Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and I'm looking at the week of October 5th through October 11th. I'm going to start out with the Energy Oracle. Spirit's telling me to slow down, so let me take a couple deep breaths. Ooh, big yawn. I wonder what's getting ready to come out. Let's see. All right. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Energy Oracle, Energy of the Week, please. Cornucopia, number 11 comes out. Beautiful. Cornucopia, you guys know cornucopia. Remember the fruit of the loom? They said it wasn't there, and then it was. So cornucopia is a picture that shows all of this abundant golden fruit. And the idea is about getting everything that you want plus some, right? So not just getting what you need, but extra. It is number 11. It's definitely giving me strong twin vibes, but let's keep going. All right, challenge or obstacle. We do have storm warning coming out, and it's number 10. It shows this massive water twister going through. What is a water twister? Did I just make that word up? Like a hurricane in the ocean, and it looks like it's knocking over these chess pieces. So if you feel like you're going through some type of challenging storm at the moment, it could definitely be saying this is all very strategic. This storm is here to clear your path, something like that. Lesson learned. Ooh, we see door to value. Door to value literally shows cash. Cash coming out of this opened vault. All right, let's keep going. I'm starting to get the gist here. And the outcome, we have door to spirit. And door to spirit says that the veil is being moved so that spirit can get a message to you. We do have financial constraints on the bottom. Okay, ready? I'm just going to spit it out. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you've been poor. You've been poor. You've been going through money struggles. Who hasn't? We've all been going through money struggles. But there's a reason. Storm warning says there's a reason you went through these challenges. And it's going to be to clear out something in order for you to get back on track, on a better track. Cornucopia, door to value, door to spirit. I'm just saying, like, clearly spirit sees that you're going through some type of financial constraint. The veil is being thinned so that this message can get to you. Whatever the storm is going to be the message. You're sitting there shitting your pants and wondering why all this is happening to you financially. This is all happening to you so you can clear out old belief systems, old ways of doing something, old habits that weren't serving your greater good when it came to your finances. Let's talk about that financial constraints card that was on the bottom of the deck. This card says, it shows this pantry that's almost empty. And the idea is that you kept going into the pantry to get whatever you wanted. And then you didn't plan ahead. You didn't restock your pantry. And then something happens. There's an emergency. You run to the pantry. There's nothing there. So most likely that's how it's been for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? And that's why the storm came. That's why this storm came and moved all of these obstacles out of your way so you can start with a clean slate. Maybe you're starting a new job. Maybe this is a new budget. Maybe you're starting with no money. The idea is that there's value here. Money will come back. It will return to you. And when it does, will you be wiser about the way that you spend it? All right, let's look at cornucopia, number 11. Pour a little tarot here. We have Page of Cups, small offer. Cornucopia is huge. Page of Cups is the complete opposite of that. Six of Swords is here, being guided by Spirit, and King of Wands, courage, action. Spirit's asking you to gain courage, to be able to take some type of action. which would bring you financial abundance, right? All right, let's look at this storm warning and your challenges or obstacles. We do have Four of Wands, financial security, firm foundation. We have Queen of Pentacles, learning to become your own resource. And we have the Tower. The Tower coming out on top of storm warning. This is huge, guys. This is huge. Big confirmations for the air signs. All right, door to value is here. This is lesson learned. It's going to help you with this storm warning, with this tower that you're having in your finances. It says Two of Pentacles. You need to find your footing. Six of Wands, victory. Seven of Pentacles, patience. Two of Pentacles could say you feel stretched. I think it's more about finding some type of balance. Building a firm foundation. And Six of Wands says you've been working on this. You've already been doing this. Seven of Pentacles says you're almost to something. You're so close. It may still look messy, but you're getting so very close. Let's see if we can find out what it is. Door to spirit. We have King of Pentacles, taking responsibility, stepping up to the plate. We have the Empress. This is you manifesting. That's that cornucopia. This is you coming into alignment. This is you healing your own inner soul so that you can manifest the abundance that you want. And the Emperor, we have a match that is the most powerful match I have pulled in many years. Many years. But big confirmation that you're healing your inner soul, your inner divine feminine and divine masculine energy coming into alignment so that you can manifest the resources, Queen of Pentacles, that you need. Beautiful energy. Devil card is on the bottom. Capricorn energy, hard work, breaking free from karmic energy. All right, let's pull some guidance out. The air signs definitely dealing with their finances. The Tower is Aries energy. You could be dealing with an Aries. The Emperor, also Aries. The Empress, Libra, Venus energy. All right, here's the guidance. Grounding. I felt that. I felt it's going to be so important this week. Grounding. Go deep and explore your roots. It shows the person sitting out under a tree. Grounding is about going outside and taking your shoes off and touching the ground. That is a true thing. Hug a tree, all that stuff. All of that stuff is true. But Spirit recently explained the word grounding to me. And I think there's a meaning that a lot of us don't really take into consideration because we're too busy focusing on earth or in our minds seeing ourselves hugging the tree, right? Grounding can also mean, and this is how Spirit explained it to me, that you take the information you learn from the spiritual realm, right? And you bring it down to earth, to the ground. You implement it into your everyday life. You walk the talk. That's grounding. That's how Spirit explained it to me. So, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you're going through some type of financial constraint. This is the week you're going to have to walk the talk. Gates of triumph, success expands in your life. And Desert Passage, trust that there is a divine plan. All right, let's pull Moonology out to close it out for the air signs. Snow White. Thank you, Sandra. All right, bring love into the situation. New moon and Aquarius. The energy is gaining momentum. The waxing moon and conclusions are within reach. It's full moon eclipse. Expect powerful changes. New moon eclipse is on the bottom. Guys, we just went through eclipse season. This is the first moon after eclipse season. This moon is definitely going to show you what eclipse season was for, right? All right, guys, that's it. That's going to be all signs by elements. I hope it was helpful. I will be back Saturday night, guys. Saturday night, we are going to do Aries full moon live reading. So come back, join us, all of those things. Jesus loves you. I know, easy. Jesus loves you too, believe it or not. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming in, hanging out with me. Moderator ladies, thank you for coming in and helping me with the sound. I definitely appreciate it. I was so worried about it, but I'm glad the new mic is working. Make sure come back, join me Saturday night, 8 p.m. We'll do some free Aries full moon readings. I hope to see all of you there. I'm always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.